Namaste. Last video we have seen how we can create a database, how we can create a table and how we alter the query. Let me quickly revise this topic. When the word use database is the first line, and then after whatever we are writing they refer testdb as their database. Okay, so if you don't want to use testdb dot table name every time, what you can do is you use the use database name before executing any query. Fine, let me delete this out, and what we can do today is let me quickly revise how we can alter the table. Now let me see how many column we have in our table. We have one table with the name of taste table. In that we have one column ID. Now I want to check what was the description about this column. How can I check? Go to this symbol, that is setting symbol. Okay, if you click on setting, you will see what was the description of the table, and if you want to see how many column we have entered in the table is this symbol. Okay, so here they create their own select query, and what was the result is here. Right now we have only one record with the value 1. Fine. Now as I explained, we have seen how we can create a new table with the help of this description, and if I want to change or modify in created table also I use this thing. Okay, now if I want to add new column, I can add here, and I can add what was the data type I want to set, as well as I can set this constraint. And after any change you want to reflect in our table, what you can do, you apply on this. Fine, and whenever you apply, it will create a SQL query based on your steps. Okay, let me give you the idea that now I want to create a new column with the name, and I want to keep not null constraint also. Okay, now this thing will be need to be update in my original table. How can I? Click on apply, and this is the alter query. Okay, look at the alter query. Alter table name, this is the database name, this is my table name. Now add column, what was the name of our column is name. This is the data type we had set, 45 length, varchar type. Now not null, and what is this? After ID. This is optional, but you can set after ID, means the order will be, name will be added after the ID. By default it will be added at the last. Fine, so this is created by the software, and now again I want to click on apply. Okay, this line is executed successfully, and if there is any problem they will show you the error message here. Fine, now close this thing, and let me check what was the table content. Now where can I click to refresh the table content is this arrow. Okay, blue refresh button you have to press. After the refresh, what is expected is here name would be added, but they are not showing me the name. Sometimes software will do this thing. Okay, now it is showing. Fine, so you can rerun this query or you can refresh. Fine, now the name is nothing, so they are showing null, or you can say blank. Now jump to the query part. Here same thing you can do with the help of SQL query. Okay, I have show you how you can do with the wizard. Starting when you are learning the query, you can use the wizard, but I will advise you to do any modification with the help of SQL query. Why? Because when you work in the database management system, you use the command line. Okay, and in command line you will not get that wizard option. So okay, so alter, what was the syntax? Alter table name. Here ID providing me the shortcut with the tab, I am getting my table name. Alter table name. Now I can modify a data type, or I can change the any specific constraint that I want to remove or not. Okay, now not null I had set, and now I want to remove the not null. How can I? Alter table name, modify, write down your column name. Please make sure it is case sensitive, so name should be the same as you have given. If you get any confusion, see what was the capital letter, N is capital. Okay, now modify name. Now you have to provide what was the data type. Okay, varchar 45. Now I don't want to keep 45, I only want 40 as a length. Then I can do yes, with the help of modify I can change the length of the column. Now we have not null constraint, but now I want to set a null also. Then can I able to do? Let me try. Now what I'm saying is null value should also be allowed to enter in my name column. Can I? Let me run this. They are showing successful message. Now how can I check this is right or wrong? I have a description command. Okay, through description I can check that this alteration is complete or not. Now you can visit 40 is your length, so length is updated, as well as null value is also yes. Before this query, not null is null value says not null will be showing no. How can I check? Can I modify again? Yes, I can use not null. Okay, now I want to modify to 30, so I will understand the modification is complete or not. Let me run this again, and let me run again. Now you can see name column have updated the maximum length to the 30. Now not null constraint is no, means not null we have null value. Here it is not compulsory that they will allow me a null. What do you think? Name can be null or not? In this case, when I set not null constraint, it not null constraint ID, we have not set the not null constraint, so they are showing name ID can be Null, yes, ID can be null. But what about the name? Name can be null? No. Name will never get null because we have set this command. Okay. Here modification can be done in created table, as well as I can add a new column. Yes. In last video, I had give you the example that how you can add a new column with the help of add keyword. Fine. What is the name of the command? Alter table name, add column. Please write down. This way you have to write add column, and then after whatever your column name. This is my column name, as well as they are expecting to enter any specific varchar. Okay. So what was the specific data type? So what was the data type of CNAME we want to keep? We can set integer. Yes. Can I set, let me give you the example of date of birth. Okay. Column name is date of birth, say, so I can keep date and time as, fine. Now anything else I want to keep? I can provide it as a primary key. Yes, I can also provide this as a primary key. This thing you have to write and then semicolon. Fine. Now run this line. Now they are showing me the error. What was the error is? Now as this is a primary key and we have already entered some data, then this we cannot add as a primary key. Why? Because it is not a value added. So what is the thing is, before adding a primary key, what you can do, if the existing table have a data and you want to add some new primary key, the new column whenever will be added are come with the empty record. Fine. And primary key never been empty. So what was the solution here? First of all, we are using the dummy data, so I can delete the content of my table, yes or no? So how can I delete the content of table? So for deleting the table content, I use the delete command. Fine. Delete from table name. Let me try this out. Now they are showing the error, and what was the error messages? Error message shows that I am not able to delete due to the safe update mode is on. Now what is safe update mode? Now if you delete some data and your data have, if your table have some data, they will give you the warning sign. Fine. Now to resolve this type of problem, what I can do is I can disable this mode. Let me set the value, set with the value of 1. Now this is variable, it is a global variable. Okay, so I can't use this. Okay, now I want to keep this 0. I don't want SQL to be work in a safe mode, so I am putting this thing. Now the exact word is updates. Now we will try. Okay, now it is affected, so it means it is updated. Now what can I do? I can try again to delete this table content. Now they are successfully deleting the table content. Now can I add a new key? Try again, update or alter table name, add column C, date of birth, date and time, primary key. Okay, set as the primary key. Okay, this is also successful. And let me check the description. Yes, description says this. So here this way you can create a table. Now I want to drop this table. Can I drop? Yes. Drop means whole structure is get deleted. Drop syntax don't have a from. Okay, so drop table name. This is the syntax. Okay, so this way I can able to drop this temporary table. Okay, we just have created to testing purpose. How we can set a constraint, how we can alter the table after the data will be added. Okay, ideally this problem will occur due to the primary key. Without the primary key constraint also, they are able to add as many column as you want after you have created a table. Fine. So this way we have test the basic constraint, and this all come under a DDL, data description language. This is the revision part. Today we will start with the new topic, that is we will learn how we can create a table content. For that we require a insert command. Let me delete all this thing, or if you want to write it down, pause this video and write all this thing. Okay, this is very important. These all are the SQL query. And with the alter command, let me write one line here also. Alter table name. This is only line, I will not execute this thing. Drop column and the column name. Okay, this way column will get deleted. Okay, when you want to drop any column, you don't require to provide the data type. Fine. Now what is next? Next is I want to create a new table, and in which way want I create? Look, this is the structure of the table. Whenever you are using or creating any database, have a practice to create the layout in your rough sketch, because after the creating you will get not idea that what exactly you are looking for. So keep the data in form of this. Okay, this is the table content, that 4 column you required, and in that 4 column these are the 9 rows you want to answer. Now look at the pause the video and try to understand what is the value that are installed in this, what was the meaning behind every value. I hope you understood. Now you will see here I have a 2 key, store key and the city key inside my stock table. Now what do you mean by this? Here you can understand there are different stores, and in that stores you have different stock amount. Fine. Now specific store have a different city location. So first store is in a city of Gandhinagar. Which other store we have in our Gandhinagar? 1 means city Gandhinagar, so store 4 is also at a Gandhinagar, okay. And who are a manager of it? Ramesh are managing the Gandhinagar branch, as well as what is this? 2 means Ahmedabad, so Ahmedabad branch store number 2 are under the management of Suresh, as well as store number 3 is under the management of Kanti. Fine. So whenever you are working with a new table, this is the practice any data analyst will follow. This is the phase of known as a inspection. Whenever you are working in a EDA part, EDA means you are analyzing the data and you are trying to get the information or important part of any relation in between your different tables. Fine. So this thing is required. Try to take some time to understand your data. After getting the relation, what is the meaning behind every table, why they are created in such a way, then after you will proceed, okay. Now as we understood the table structure, that we have two tables, one for stock and one for city. It is better to provide the name store, because we are not storing the stock information, we are storing the store information. Name should be appropriate, okay. That this is table which is associated with the store detail, that how many store we have total 9 store, okay. And how many city detail we have, total 9 city. But now how I can create this type of table in my MySQL? Let me can I copy this? Yes, I can copy my first line. I copy and I jump to the MySQL, okay. Now I'm using the same table, that is TasteDB table, and in my TasteDB table I want to create a new table with the name of stock. Create table name, this is the syntax. What is my table name? Is store, okay. And what are the column we require? We require this column, this all column we required, okay. And the semicolon. You can skip the semicolon, but if you want to execute multiple SQL query at the time, you require a semicolon. Now it is better if I put the every column in a new line, okay. These all are the name of the column. Now store key have a which data type? Store key are loading the value 1 2 3 4, so integer is sufficient, yes. What else we want to city integer is also fine. Now I'm not keeping any constraint for simplicity, but later on we can add if we required, fine. Now what is manager? Manager have a value of varchar, yes, because we are loading the some manager name. What is the maximum length? I can keep 20. Now what is the total stock? Total stock is also in our range, so I keep the integer. Now can I create two table at the same time? Yes, I keep the semicolon, and then let me copy that out again, this 3 line. If you want to write, you can write, but I have this practice that I will not make any mistake in writing a capital and small, so I always prefer to created the Excel sheet, and after the Excel sheet I use this thing. Now again let me write again, what is this? Create table. What is the name of this table? Is city. Now always keep a capital letter, so store S is capital. Now what is this? I want this 3 column, so copy this out. Now what is the type of city key? It is integer, yes. What is the type of city? It is a varchar. What is the maximum length? I am keeping 20 right now. What is the region? Region is means central region, south region. This is also a name, so varchar 20 is sufficient, yes. So this way I had right to create table query, and after the writing this query, what I can use? I use this first execution sign. Now they are showing me the message that create table is successfully created, as well as create store as well as city, both the table are created. Now what is the next line? Now you can comment it out or you can skip this part, take a screenshot, because I need a space, so I am removing this too. Now what is the space I require? I require a space to insert a data. Insert is a syntax, it is come under the DML, data manipulation language. In this I use the syntax insert into, okay. Please remember, this is the way we are writing. Now let me make a zoom for you. Insert into, what is the syntax? Insert into table name, okay. What is the table name? Trace table or a store, yes. We have a name store, okay. Insert into table name, and then you have a round bracket. This round bracket is for the which column data you want to insert. I want to insert a value for every column, so I keep blank. Blank is used when you want to insert a data for every column, okay. But you want to insert only for a 1 or 2 or 3 column, you have to mention which order you are entering the value, okay. I am entering the value in the same way, where which way I have created a description, okay, in which way I have created a table. Now what is the next syntax? Is values. Whatever I am writing are the syntax of my SQL to insert a data. And now again round bracket and then semicolon. This line we have to write how many times? We have to write this line 9 times. Why? Because store have a total 9 record. So insert into store and then empty round bracket and then values, and then whatever that 4 value you have to enter, it will come under this round bracket. Am I clear or not? Let me give me an example. This is the first line you want to insert. I'm taking a copy and I'm pasting here. Now varchar will have require a single bracket. Okay, you cannot add a varchar without a quote. This is the way you can insert, and what more practice you can follow is, here if I execute this command it will execute, but what else practice you can keep is, you can keep the as this is the first time you are using the insert command, so I don't want to keep this bracket as empty, so I'm putting this thing. But in a when you are have enough practice on a insert, you skip this part. Okay, I think now visible. Yes, so this is the first value, that is the Ramesh data. Ramesh as a manager, it is the first store information. It is located in, one is Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad, and 10 is the stock amount. Fine. So execute this line. Value is executed successfully and one row is affected. So can I check the value is been successfully updated or not? How can I check? Go inside your table. We are updating in a store, so select the store and use this sign. Okay, fine, one line is inserted. Now go to the, I'm making a copy of this. Fine, and I'm making 9 copy. Why? Because I have a 9 data. Fine, let me go to this and copy this out. It will take time, but it is worth it, because and another form is a form way you can insert, but I suggest you to insert a data in this way. Okay, and I want to keep the name in a quote, or else is you can know the name 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now keep 8 and 9. What else you can do is, you can keep side by side. You can keep this file side by side so that you get the information. Two, 1, 6, 7, 4, 9 and 3. Okay, now what about this? Kanti bhai, Ramesh bhai, Ghanshyam bhai, Sarita, Indu and Suresh. 7, 16, 50. This is the data entry job. 28, 4, 33 and 20. Fine. Now make sure before you run this command. And what will happen if I run same line again and again? Can I? Yes. But here we have not set the primary key constraint, so they will allow also. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I think everything is fine as we are required. Okay, now let me open it out. Now how we run? Now we only have to run this line. Okay, this line to this line. Whenever whatever the cursor are selected, that line will get executed. Let me press on it. 16. Okay, only this line get affected. How can I check? Go to the store and say refresh. Okay, first and last line are in, so you don't make this type of mistake. What you can do is, you always use which command? We use this command. Okay, this lightning sign, fun sign. Okay, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are remain to add. So here we use this line and I execute. One by one all the detail will be added. And how can I check? Go to this line and execute. Now here what will happen, as we are not using the shorting, 1, 9, 2, okay, 1, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the data are added and it is in this form. Now what I want to explain in this video lecture is, if you have a table with this content, how can you extract a specific detail? I want to know all the store which have stock amount more than 20. How can I check? We have a select query, okay, and select come under which constraint? DQL, data query language. So if I just want to get information that which stock have a amount more than 20 stock, so where should I write? Select star from this table, show me all the data, but I want specific constraint. Here we use the where clause. What clause I use? Where clause. Okay, where, and then after specific column name on which you want to provide the filter. Right now we are not changing in our original table. We just want to get a data. As it is a DQL query language, we are not modifying anything. We are just query to get information about your table. Okay, so I am applying a filter with the help of where clause. I want to know all the detail about the store which stock amount is greater than 20. Fine. Now execute this line. This is the 4 store amount which have stock amount more than 20. Fine. Now here we are not added the 20 because it is greater than side, but if I want to know about the equal to, then greater than and equal to, and then I press again this. Now 20 is added. Now I want to all the information about the store which stock amount is less than 10 and greater than 20. So what thing I can use? AND operation or operation. Once again I write the total stock amount is this, and what is the second condition? That is total stock should be less than or equal to 10. Fine. If both the condition are true, is this possible that your stock amount is less than 20 as well as your stock amount is greater than 20? No, it will not true. So what you can use here, if I execute this line, what will be the outcome? 0, because this two condition will not give you any overlap. Now I use the OR, and after writing a OR I can run the command. Now they are showing all the detail about the store who have a stock amount less than 4, less than 10 or greater than 20. Now can I change the symbol? Yes, also. Now I want to get information about the range 10 to 20. Is this possible? Here we get information of total how many column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 column we are getting. So what will be the opposite of it? We have a total 9, and here we are getting a information of 7. So if I change this sign, that total stores should be less than 20 and total stock should be greater than 10. So here we will want a range between 10 to 20. So only 2 records should fulfill this condition, because our total count is 9. Out of 9 already 7 are there, so remaining 2 should come under this condition. Let me check. Yes, these 2 stores, store number 9 and store number 7, have a stock amount between 10 to 20. Fine. This way you can fire a query to know about your data. Fine. And whatever we are doing here is not affecting your original table content. We are just using a output. Whatever we are looking here are the output of this query. If you want to check your table data, what you can do, where you get the information about your table, it is a good practice to use this sign, or other option is use this command without a where clause. Without a where clause give you the idea about the total data which are there in your table, and in this order only we have inserted. That's why they are showing in this order. Fine. Now here I end this video lecture. Thank you for your time. I will request to create the same table for city as well.